How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here. It's time for another episode of Veronica Mars. This is episode number 17 of this season. Of course, closing in on the end of this first season, so exciting stuff as we do, of course, narrow down on who killed Lily. And we had some conflicting stories with Jake and Celeste's, testimony in terms of what was happening when it came to Lily's death and all of that. So yeah, but we also found some very interesting information in regards to Abel about the fact that he does have a daughter. So yeah, but very, very good stuff with that last episode. But let's get into this episode. I just dropped my phone. This is episode number 17 of Veronica Mars Season 1. Let's go.
I'm looking for Amelia DeLongpre.
I'm sorry. She left about 5 minutes ago with some friend of hers.
Oh, Veronica beat it to the punch.
Tiny, blonde, cute as a bug.
Veronica beat him to the punch.
I don't think I can do this.
Boom.
How is he?
Dying. But if you know that, it's doubtful you'll help me.
Oh, is she gonna keep that
He's
hidden?
doing fine.
That's gonna backfire big time, isn't it? I mean, yeah, the truth does hurt, but saying he's fine is a bit of a stretch.
Today marks the beginning of that orgy of tension known as midterms. Some handle it better than others.
Oh, look.
Top right. Yes, that's my face that you see on a phone sex ad.
Of course, Sabrina. We'll find a time for you to take the test.
Oh, wait. What happened to you're late, too bad, no exceptions?
Mr. Cho, when
Wow.
someone personally attacks you, we'll talk.
But I have midterms of my own.
This is important. I'll pay you. Every night when I'm trying to study, there's some new catastrophe.
You gotta help her out.
I am broke, and Amelia's hotel room is $70 a day.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's Kaz?
Look, we've had problems, but no way. I would leap off the roof of that school if she asked me, you know?
Oh, damn,
Very
okay.
caring
Bit,
gesture, but
I swear.
bit extreme.
Now, I'm late for the gym, but when you catch whoever did this, you tell me, okay? Because I will smash his face.
Right?
I mean, seriously.
Settlement for me, bonus for you.
Sounds sweet. But if we go
You
by
just-
the letter of the law, it's entrapment.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson is asking about
The law? Look, if you don't want to do it, I'll take my business elsewhere.
You just want to,
Perhaps
put food in the middle of the forest and trap him.
In the letter
What are
of
you
the
trapping?
law.
Conspiracy?
I don't know what you saw.
File on Duncan.
there's a file on everyone.
Yeah. It's thorough. And I'm glad my alibi held up.
Out of the country, 2 eyewitnesses, it's airtight.
Oh, she came back. Snuck in. Ah! Yeah, well, she'll do it for free.
Way to think it through,
Neat money.
Veronica. Ripping up Logan's check was a noble gesture, but who's gonna pay for Amelia DeLongpre's motel room?
Yeah, I mean, you could have used that, but I get what she was doing.
Why do you think the money's coming to me?
I think
You gotta
His
break
way
the.
of saying
You gotta rip that band-aid off,
that he's
Veronica.
sorry.
The guy's dying and she deserves to know. She loves her father.
Credit cards, 2 divorces, and a repoed Sebring. You have been a bad boy. Miss Sabrina commands you. Put your pants back on and get a job. Do you know anyone?
I love how they're wearing kind of similar get-ups in terms of pink shirts.
Baby, it's not me. I'm innocent.
Kaz, you were lurking. The innocent rarely lurk.
No, I wasn't lurking.
I mean,
The thought
that
of
was
somebody
some
messing with
lurking.
you made me nuts.
Yeah,
I was watching
had
the
a
house,
feeling,
figuring
but
I
still.
could catch the guy, be the hero.
Wrong place.
Have you considered that maybe you're in the wrong place?
Or have you considered that you're in the wrong place?
23 Emperor Court.
Where did you get that?
Sultans of Acid. The guy was handing them out, said we'd all be rocking and rolling.
Jesus Christ.
You be getting ready for your achiever dinner?
Scholastic excellence. I will.
Miss Mars.
Mr. Van Lowe.
I hope you're not thinking of dyeing that hair because when you come work for me,
Oh
you'll
shit!
find that straying husbands are most
Another
likely to
iZombie
chase
alumni.
skinny blondes.
CJ of Brooklyn
No,
Nine-Nine.
I'm kidding. I'll farm them to you for 3, and I'm talking no-brainers, free of major ethical issues. Easy money. Win-win.
Oh
Just
my.
saying. Think it over.
He's advertising himself or his services, I guess.
Too much of the old cane hospitality.
Oh! Oh my god! Damn!
To announce an annual award. The name of
That's
our
some,
daughter.
like...
Starting this year, Neptune High's.
That's some
Valiant
imagination there,
will receive
Oi! I mean, to be fair, that it looks more accidental.
a word, and I promise you, you'll take the fall.
I mean, that would have, like, Eli definitely involved, like, seeing, all these situations that Veronica is imagining. Oi.
Wow, you've got some imagination.
I mean, she's imagined those two scenarios.
You okay?
Oh. Suspect number 3.
When I'm here, I feel like she's still with me.
Morbid way of thinking,
Come on
isn't it?
inside.
Oh.
Why haven't you gotten him to stop?
Sabrina, it's not Kaz, I'm sure.
It's not Kaz.
Wait, who's in first place now?
Someone's trying to play the psychological advice. Yeah,
Hamilton
it's him.
Joe?
Hamilton, this order's ready.
Gotta run. Pop, I'll be back in 10.
Of course I agree, Hamilton. The world is unfair. That's why I don't feel good about putting the tracker on your car.
Yeah, I'm writing him off.
Mr. Mars.
I'm sorry I didn't hear you knock. I must have been in the shower. Come on in, I'll fix you a cup of coffee.
Ooh. Ooh.
You have to promise me that you'll be more careful. That means no more surprise visits from Clarence Weedman. I just can't make myself more clear.
He is aware that Veronica's not dropping
promise.
this, no matter how dangerous it is, but she needs to be careful.
Clarence Weedman after he discovered Lily's body?
Oh. Go back to Veronica imagining
To
the
do
scenarios.
Whatever needed to be done.
Yeah. It's, as Keith said, whatever needed to be done. Clean this whole situation up and don't leave anything that incriminates us, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah. I mean, it is good that Veronica, Keith is realizing that he can't really stop Veronica from pursuing things. And she just needs to take a bit of caution. And is giving Veronica a bit of a she's giving her a bit of a little tip in regards to, look, funnily enough, do what needs to be done with that information, right?
And he's been at shows all night.
Veronica, I can't take this anymore. Are you gonna help me or what?
Get out. Go find the car and take down the license plate. I'll see what I can do tomorrow.
She's like, tomorrow?
In the
Oh,
meantime,
About Duncan having whatever he has, that weird kind of epilepsy. Are you sure?
about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've known him since kindergarten. Why didn't he ever mention it to me?
so he doesn't. Oh shit!
I don't think he or his parents wanted anyone to know.
No, but
I think they
still,
want
it's
him to be
a
president
mind-blowing.
someday.
He was on the floor, and he had his hands around his dad's throat. I
Yo!
tried to pull him off. And all of a sudden, he went limp, and he was Duncan again.
As if.
What did Jake say to you?
Oh my god!
Nothing. We helped Duncan to his room, and it was over.
Just pretend it never
I
happened.
tried talking to
No
Duncan the next
mention of
day
it.
at school.
Holy shit! This isn't looking good for Duncan, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Hairpin.
Oh, I have to have a pen here. That's 10.
Jesus.
Oh, go Pirates.
Mom! I told you a million times, if you don't order extra mayo on a tuna, it gets all crap.
Just trying to help a friend out at school. No big deal.
Well, tell your dad thanks for the
So
pen.
he did follow.
And you have a little something on your face.
Did you?
I was gonna say that group act. He's an idiot. He's CJ.
See your every move, yeah, Veronica Mars. I'm watching you.
He's not right.
Veronica.
Oh my god.
I'm watching you.
At least he's very, very perceptive.
They wrote the.
Now what are we supposed to do?
She's planted a second
Sabrina,
boat.
give me a little more credit.
Penny, did you get
Considering he's a
What are
PI
you
and all
doing?
of that. The pin!
Call Gary, have him towed, and get Jim on the horn.
Is acceptable. Just because we happen to have money?
But my son didn't have anything to do
Wow.
with this. He's worked so hard, and he deserves.
All right, look.
At the
Well, it
expense
just
of
seems like a mess.
sabotage?
But under the circumstances, assuming that...
He'll remove himself from the valedictorian race. And we won't press charges.
Mrs. Fuller, is that the only solution that you would consider? Can we...
Nah, I'll do it. Proust is still Proust, even at UCLA.
If Dad didn't do like that, then yeah.
Life is
Sabotage
fundamentally unfair.
is not really the
it
way
takes
to go.
real talent to make unfair seem cool.
Dad, when I finally see him. Oh, it's my boyfriend. See you soon.
Oh no!
Mr. Longpre, don't hang up.
No!
Clarence Weedman.
Uh-oh!
The woman you're dealing with isn't who she says she is.
Oh, you dickhead!
I won't be needing your services, Keith.
Where is she?
You dick!
Gone.
You took her?
She took herself. Mr. Longpre was particularly upset with you, Miss Mars, for failing to mention her father's declining health.
Let's go on.
Yo!
I never can remember the random ones.
I mean, that's why you've always got to have a memorable things you can remember for your passwords and all that shit.
Obviously, Jake and Celeste lied about their alibis.
Oh,
but
oh.
what made you think they were involved in covering
I love
up
how he's
Lily's
helping
death?
her out.
Vita's home, but he hadn't gone out to the pool.
How do you know, though? Considering now that we know he could, we know he blacks out and all that.
He never would have hurt her. But what if emotional turmoil, the same kind that drove him to attack his father, turned Duncan into someone else entirely?
Yeah.
You're blocking my son.
It's an interesting scenario. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if there's gonna be some validity to it. But it's all looking real bad for Duncan at this moment. I don't know, though. But, yeah. Holy shit. So, yeah. It's just not looking too good for him. Well, now there's a bit more ammunition to things where obviously Logan has come out with that revelation that, well, yeah, he tried to kill his dad. Of course he did black out at the time, but if he wasn't so successful with Daddy Dearest, maybe he was with the sister. Oh, I don't know. 'Cause I don't want to say it's definitely Duncan, but at the same time, do I suspect Duncan could be behind this? I don't know. I mean, it's just really difficult to see how we're going. I mean, I say it's difficult to see how we can disprove him, but at the same time, I mean, we're nearing towards the end. However, we still got a ways to go until we do hit episode 22, so I don't think that there is going to be that opportunity for, this episode to be like, yep, he's the one. So, but yeah, I mean, it was very interesting to see how this episode did delve into Veronica's imagination, and that versus a bit more of an because she was imagining obviously Jake and then Celeste killing Lily, and it is quite graphic, isn't it? But I just loved how he paired that with something very, very damning against Duncan. not just the fact that, okay, well, the laundry was done, as if you're just trying to clean the evidence, any kind of blood splatter, etc. How you might want to clean your clothes after you spill a bit of drink on it. Well, this is a worst case scenario, but it's also the fact of what Logan had to say as well. So, just to see a Veronica's imagination versus the reality of what Keith went through that night. Yeah. Also, just got to point it out. I do love the visual differences of the imagination versus the reality in terms of flashbacks. Because I noticed there's a bit more of a stutter, a bit more of I feel like there is a bit more of a visual cue in terms of what is going on in terms of an imagination versus what's going on in terms of the flashbacks. There does seem to be a bit more of a buffering in a sense, if that makes a lick of sense in regards to what I am describing. Whereas there's a bit of bloom as if it's a dream when it comes to the flashbacks. But there's not that kind of stuttering, at least from what I'm seeing. So just thought I'd throw that out there. But yeah. I don't know, because I don't want to imagine it's Duncan. But, I mean, what I do love about the show is we do have this song and dance about, who could have done it. As soon as we are ready to write off one character in a couple of episodes' time, we got some new ammunition against them. So, yeah. And it's... Yeah, like I said, it's episode 17, so we got 4 episodes before, I guess, the great reveal, because I feel like episode 22 will be trying to... I feel like episode 21 will find out who actually killed Lily, and, what we'll see what actually went down that night in episode 22, as well as the, ramifications of the murderer. So, but who will that be? Because at the minute Duncan's looking red hot there, but I'm not counting anyone out, not even Logan, because I'm also kind of putting a little pin on him as well. There is that alibi, oh, you were out of the country, and I did make the joke he could have snuck back in, etc., but I don't know, there is something about there is something in my mind that's screaming, yeah, they're trying to throw us off by saying that, Logan can be written off in terms of any kind of suspects because, they were together, so, Lily and Logan, so, and there is a bit of a spotty history in terms of the relationship, especially with I guess Logan cheating on her, wasn't he? So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I just feel like in my head that shows can have the capability of being like, oh, you like, if there's a murder suspect, oh, you can write this character off, they've got a solid alibi. And then there's going to be something that's like, wait a minute. So yeah, but it's also but it is very, very interesting to go through, as was this episode. Yeah, I was very, very more into the whole chase. I guess the race, I guess you could say, is a more appropriate description between Veronica and Clarence in regards to Well, hope having Amelia's thing pan out really. So yeah, because obviously Amelia was key to freeing Abel and all of that. But Clarence was so adamant on beating Veronica to the punch, and yeah, so. And not just that though, but obviously with the fact that Veronica withheld the information about, well, your dad's dying. Yeah. Because that's it though. Like Amelia had the settlement papers, and then Clarence just had to rip off that band-aid and just say, yeah, Veronica's not telling you the full details, is she? So yeah, your dad's dying. But yeah, I mean that's it though. Like as soon as Veronica had those inner thoughts about, I can't tell her about the fact that her dad's dying. I had a feeling that would be her Achilles heel. Yeah, it does suck, but you can't. But even saying your dad's fine is a bit of a stretch, even if you're not gonna tell bits of details about the fact that he does have a dying condition. Yeah, I feel like saying he's fine is a bit worse, if anything, than just saying, well, he's dealing, he's he's trying his best, and all of that. I would have just said that, just because even if I am covering up the illness, just because, I wouldn't describe him as fine whatsoever. I mean, not telling, Amelia about the whole illness is one thing, and then just piling on top of that saying he's fine is just kind of adding insult to injury, because he's not actually fine, but you're not actually telling her about the illness anyway. So it's yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was just gonna. I felt like it was a recipe for disaster. So yeah, but oy. Oh well, but yeah, like I said, I mean, as the episode went on, I felt like the whole race between Clarence and Veronica was very appealing. Um, Obviously, you had the valedictorium situation, and it was very fascinating to see how that came about. Especially when it came to well, what ultimately panned out and who was, I guess, the main culprit in terms of trying to create the psychological advantage over Sabrina, trying to knock her off her game, off her game, should I say? Um, but yeah, I mean, it was very, very interesting to see, this between Sabrina and Hamilton. And even Hamilton turning out to be completely innocent, and he just has his whole just has everything just fall apart because of his father and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, it is this whole competition, and his dad wants him to succeed, but sabotaging another person isn't really helping anyone. Not even yourself, really, because even Hamilton was a bit he still has reverence, huge esteem, I guess, for his father, but it you think that you think that he's going to turn around to you and be like, oh, thank you for sabotaging someone, etc. Thank you for doing anything and everything to make sure that I would stand out on top. Instead, he's actually very gracious and very he does sympathize with Sabrina. So yeah. Um so yeah, and the fact that he got Vinny involved was okay, I need you to be my proxy and annoy Sabrina as much as possible. So yeah. But I mean, it was pretty fun stuff to see that crack and all of that. I did feel so bad for Sabrina, to be fair, because it was very cruel. Veronica said life can be very cruel, and so can people. Um, and she's just trying so much to do her best. So you have someone tell a PI, you just need to annoy her, just throw her off her game. Yeah, it's really really crude. I mean, yeah, you might love your son and you might want him to thrive, etc. But this isn't the way to go about it, right? So, but again, it was really really nice um to see, even though that Hamilton didn't. It's not like he was best friends with Sabrina. Um, he did recognize that she didn't deserve it, to be fair. So yeah. Um so yeah. But yeah, it was pretty interesting to go into. I loved the Veronica and Keith interactions in this episode. I mean, there's a lot of great interactions in in particular the seasons so far, but there is that acknowledgement from Keith that she's not dropping it. And she's gonna be helped out by Keith. Keith's gonna, especially when she got ultimately thwarted by Clarence. And she had, it was this whole situation of you come so close but so far. Considering Clarence ultimately won in regards to Amelia and how he actually told he did actually told the truth. It was really nice to see him Keith help out Veronica when she was completely deflated. But even then, just prior in this episode about the fact that he recognizes Veronica's not dropping this, so he may as well help out. So there's nothing he can say or do that will sway Veronica from trying to find out what really happened. Especially if there's an innocent man who is dying. Like, you don't want him to die in prison. So the best he could do, if he's got only a few months to live, the best you could do for him is to clear his name and let him live his final days in peace rather than behind cells. Veronica's just going to keep pursuing this, and Keith can't fight this whatsoever. This is one thing that he will never be able to challenge, and that's Veronica's persistence. And yeah, so and it turns out there is, there is a good reason to help Veronica out, to work together on this. Yeah, you're not going to solve it overnight, but I think Veronica's no stranger to that. So, but every little bit helps, and that's it because of Keith and what he found out in regards to the clothes and the laundry and all of that, and Veronica getting that testimony, I guess, from Logan, about the fact that she was getting that testimony about Duncan from Logan. Pieces adding up, and so we have a little bit of a push forward in terms of who is the responsible party. Like I said, I don't want to believe it's Duncan, but who knows at this point. So, but yeah, speaking about Logan giving that testimony about Duncan trying to choke out his dad, I did really, really like Logan's approach to Veronica in this episode. Of course, there is the whole thank you and all of that for trying to help in regards to my mum, but also the fact that he didn't have a full, he didn't condescend Veronica or think that it's just pathetic to still keep going on this case. Instead, he because he only found out about the epilepsy, and he was absolutely shocked, and he was like, wait, it all makes sense as well, because of the fact that, no one knows this, but I saw him choke out, he nearly killed his own dad, did Duncan. So it's the fact that he is willing to I guess help out and all of that. So even if it's just a little bit, the fact that he is just offering Veronica something to go off on. So it's nice development we're seeing from Logan. There is that acceptance. There is that I guess, if anything, encouragement, because I mean, he had a peek on the laptop and saw all those files in regards to the whole situation regards to what happened to Lily. And yeah, he still, if anything, was able to give Veronica something to think about in regards to, well, this could be very, very pivotal information in regards to who killed Lily, because that's it, Duncan could have. And it would be very, very sad if it was Duncan who killed Lily, because of the fact that he was completely out of it and he was blinded. He was completely blinded, and there would just be that guilt for the rest of his life. So, yeah. Because it wouldn't be like it was premeditated. So, yeah. But we'll just have to wait and see, because, again, I don't want to say it's Duncan, but we'll have to wait and see what does happen. But, yeah, great episode. Yeah, it's getting a bit more juicy in regards to what happened to Lily, so will be very interesting to see what will happen. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!